the honorable members.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, last week I submitted a prior application for the contract between the Department of Social Development and Net1 Cash Paymaster Services for the distribution of 17 million grants to the poorest of the poor in our country.
On the point of order, Chair.
Yes, honorable member. Honorable
Thank you,
Masango,
Chair.
please take your seat.
Thank you, Chair. Benguza Gutu member, can she take a question?
Honorable Masango.
No, I will not be.
The answer is no, honorable member. Proceed, honorable member.
The response was that there is no...
All the honorable members, can we be quiet?
The response was that there is no contract between CPS and the South African Social Security Agency, with 2.5 weeks to go until the current invalid contract with CPS expires, and no alternate plan to ensure grants will be paid. This is an unbelievable example of recklessness and hopeless inability of Social Development Minister Usisu Dlamini, who has put the livelihoods of millions of our people at risk. It is now blatantly clear that she has done all in her power to avoid having to produce any contract for the Constitutional Court scrutiny and possible adverse comment.
Point of order, Chair.
Honorable Masango, please take. Yes, honorable member.
Ngiku rule 66B. Ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi njengoba iDA bimasha kwakhona ingane zabantu abamnyama kuphela zazilapha ezabelungu.
On the point of order, Deputy Speaker. Point of order, Deputy Speaker.
That's not a point of order. Proceed, honorable member.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, it sounds like the shoe is fitting and the members must just wear it. It is now blatantly clear that she has done all in her power to avoid having to produce any contract for the Constitutional Court scrutiny and possible adverse comments, something that Net1 CPS has openly admitted they wish to avoid. It is also clear that a day that this minister is desperate.
Honorable Masango, just please take a seat. Yes, honorable member, what are you rising on?
I'm rising on rule number 83. Which says that a member must, as far as possible, refrain from reading his or her speech. The member is always reading. That's not a poem. She must.
Honorable member.
She must just refresh.
Honorable member. Honorable Masango, please proceed.
Honorable Deputy Speaker. Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Yes, what are you raising, honorable member?
I'm rising on point 89, where the honorable member is addressing the merits which are sitting pending in the courts. So she must distance herself from the merits that she's talking about, about the Constitutional Court. I thank you.
Honorable Masango, please proceed. We will deal with the issues as they arise. Please proceed.
Deputy Speaker.
No, honorable member. What are you raising on?
Oh, so it's all right for ANC members to rise, but not members of the opposition.
Honorable member, sorry?
It's all right for members of the ANC to rise on points of order. But
no, I'm asking you, what are you raising on?
I'm rising on a previous ruling made in this House about vexatious points of order. It is very clear that the strategy of the ANC whippery is to disrupt the speakers in the House. This is a House of debate. Members must be allowed to put their points across in a debate. These frivolous points of order are not advancing the debate or assisting this House. And I would ask you to rule on that.
Honorable Masango, please proceed. Honorable members, let's proceed. Honorable members, you won't shout at me to do that. I object to instruct me to rule. You know that rulings can be done by a presiding officer when he chooses to do so at the appropriate time. Honorable Masango, proceed, please.
The CEO of SASSA, Thokozani Magwaza, told the media recently that the minister blocked all his efforts to report back to the Constitutional Court, which she was obliged to do, about the payment of social grants, and that she personally interfered when he tried to find a solution to the crisis. When the agency was about to petition the court for guidance early last month, she issued 11th-hour instructions to block the process. She has desperately and determinedly ensured that there is no communication with the highest court in the land on an issue which affects millions and millions of South Africans. The same CEO booked into hospital due to stress and has been off sick for 2 weeks. And according to reports, his acting CEO, Tamo Mzobe, was also hospitalized with the same condition. And last week, Social Development Director General Zain Dango resigned. What we have here, Deputy Speaker, is a case of honest officials.
Speaker.
And there are many
Point of order, Speaker.
coming head to head.
Speaker,
Yes, what are you rising on?
can Member Vaselina take a question?
Honorable Masango? The answer is no. Take your seat, Honorable Member.
Stop misleading the House.
Honorable Member, don't even try that. Honorable Member, you are not supposed to be making statements when you are not allowed to do so. When the decision is made that you are not going to be responded to, please obey the rulings of the chair and allow members to proceed. Proceed, Honorable Member.
But Chair, she's misleading the House.
Honorable Member. Proceed, Honorable Member.
What we have here is a case of honest officials, and there are many of them coming head to head with the truly ominous agenda of the minister and indeed the president to keep this corrupt contract at all costs. To be playing games like this with 17 million South Africans at this critical stage is scandalous and should see her removed immediately. The whole country is seized with this crisis. The DA will not rest until we get to the bottom of this sorry saga. We will not rest until we have answers and accountability. And the minister stood here earlier on and said that someone is trying to remove the authority of the ANC. Well, the person that's doing that single-handedly, successfully, is the minister, Batabile Dlamini. Thank you so much.
Honorable Mente.